What if the thing you think is growth is actually just noise? More emails, more DMs, more automation, more activity, but fewer real conversations, fewer qualified meetings, and fewer opportunities that actually matter. That is the trap we're talking about today. Because in business development, activity is not the same as progress, and there is no easy button for real growth. Today, we're talking all about the tools, the promises, the shortcuts, and the automation platforms that claim they can solve your growth problems for you. But here's the truth. If you're not creating real conversations with the right people, you are not building real opportunity. You're just creating noise. And noise doesn't pay your bills. Stick with us today, because at the end of this episode, I'm going to give you 10 practical tips to help you stop wasting money, cut through the noise, and create opportunities that actually matter.
The great Mark Cuban once said, "Business happens over years and years. Value is measured in the total upside of a business relationship, not by how much you squeezed out in any one deal." And we couldn't agree more. This is the Business Development Podcast, based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and broadcasting to the world. You'll get expert business development advice, tips and experiences, and you'll hear interviews with business owners, CEOs, and business development reps. You'll get actionable advice on how to grow business. Brought to you by Capital Business Development, capitalbd.ca. Let's do it. Welcome to the Business Development Podcast. And now your expert host, Kelly Kennedy.
Hello, and welcome to episode 351 of the Business Development Podcast. Whether you've been with us since our very first episode or are just finding us for the first time, welcome. From the very beginning of the show, my goal has always been to educate and inspire business developers, entrepreneurs, executives, and owners around the world. As of this episode, I have had the pleasure of releasing 190 guest episodes and over 160 business development, mindset, and instructional solo episodes. As we close in on our 400th episode, we are now preparing for the next phase of the Business Development Podcast. With the help of our sponsors over the last year, we have upgraded our studio significantly. Soundproofing, new concepts, new interface, and now we just purchased a brand new cinema camera. My intention is to transition into a full video production of the show by episode 400, along with a full refresh of the BDP brand that reflects how far we have all come together. So what does this all mean for you? As we close in on and surpass episode 400, we are going back to our roots, teaching business development strategy, mindset, tools, and tips that move the needle week over week over week, and a refocus on growth that can help us improve and enhance our strategies. If this sounds good to you, I would appreciate you following the show wherever you listen. And if you have topics you'd like me to cover, please either reach out directly to me on LinkedIn or email podcast@capitalbd.ca. The next phase of the show is going to focus on what made it grow in the first place, teaching and coaching on the business development strategies that move you and your business forward. Thank you so much for your support over the years. It's been an honor and a privilege to get to do this show, and I cannot wait to see where we take it together. And that is why today's episode matters. Because as we move into this next phase, I want to get back to one of the most important truths in business development. There is no easy button. And so today, I want to talk about easy buttons, and specifically, the easy button of growth. It feels like every time I open my email these days, I have 6 to 10 messages promising wild results, and I know you do too. Things like, we can book you 30 meetings in the next month, or we can get you to number 1 on Google in just 3 months, or we can automate 100% of your outreach and lead gen with the newest favorite AI agent. Now look, the truth is this, people. If any of these things truly worked the way they claim they work, you would not need to be bombarded with all of these gimmicks and emails. Your friends and coworkers would be raving about them, but they're not, are they? Since the dawn of time, business owners and salespeople have been searching for ways to avoid having to put our ego on the line and face the pain of rejection, the fear of hearing the dreaded no, the fear of misspeaking, the fear of sounding like you don't know what you're doing. And I know this because just like you, I still face these fears every day. And just like you, I have wished and hoped that one of these new fancy AI solutions might actually finally bridge the gap. And while I'll never say never, maybe one day AI will truly be able to replicate human-to-human connection, but we are sure not there yet. In fact, as I have always said, in the age of AI and robots, be human. Being human is your greatest competitive advantage. Authentic human connection is your superpower. And if we align our outreach and business development strategies with this in mind, our companies will grow. Absolutely. Now, we have to chat about vanity metrics, okay? I get it. I can already hear some of you making the argument that your LinkedIn AI automation is getting responses. Maybe to an extent it is. But I would still argue that a classic targeted list that has your ideal customer profile combined with direct outreach will close more actual meetings that lead to RFPs, customers, and of course, repeat business through relationships over time. And this is where I think we have to be really careful with the vanity metrics, okay? Because it honestly doesn't matter how many automated emails, LinkedIn messages, and DMs you send if hundreds of reach outs only convert into a handful of real meetings and maybe not even with the right people. Activity is not the same as progress. I see this in podcasting too, guys. For years, people have looked at downloads as like the big metric. But downloads can be super misleading. Downloads can be bought, inflated, or driven by people who never come back. Followers are different, right? Followers just like you. Followers tell you someone made a decision to stay connected to the show. They are invested. They want the next episode. Business development works the same way. 1,000 automated messages to the wrong people might look impressive on a report, but it does not mean much. It does not create trust, conversations, meetings, opportunities, and of course, revenues. Meeting with the right people is the metric that matters, and that is the power of active marketing. It forces you to define who actually matters. Target the people who fit your ideal customer profile and start conversations with the people who can genuinely move your business forward. And at the end of the day, if you are not starting conversations that can lead to a sale, you are wasting your time. And we both know you don't have time to waste. Hey, rock stars, quick pause here. If you're anything like me, you've probably dreamed about owning your own business most of your life. The Revolution hybrid vacuum from Hypervac Technologies is a portable duct cleaning system that fits right in the back of your truck or van, giving you a real opportunity to launch your own duct cleaning business starting at under 7,000 Canadian dollars. Visit www.hypervac.com to learn more. Thanks, Hypervac. Let's get back to the show. So if you are sick of wasting your time and your money on tools and services that overpromise and underdeliver, it's time to flush the idea of the easy button down the toilet, where that lie belongs, and invest in strategies that actually work. Authentic human connection, active marketing, and of course, consistency over time. If you learn how to execute on these three things consistently, you will book more meetings with the right people. And more meetings with the right people means more revenue. Not by magic, not by technology, but by business principles that have mattered since the dawn of time. And they have not suddenly stopped mattering just because we now have AI. So let's explore each principle together and discuss how we can leverage them to great effect. Number one, authentic human connection. This is the piece that no AI solution can replicate. When you use AI for everything at this point, you are simply blending into the crowd. If everybody is using AI, how the heck are you unique? The solution is surprisingly simple. Start scaling back on your AI usage. Don't be afraid to type your own emails again. Don't be afraid to pick up your phone and call your prospect. Do not be afraid to use voicemails again. After all, 80% of your calls go to voicemail anyway. You are necessary. You are unique. Your voice, the way you write, the way you think are all uniquely yours. Do not be afraid to use your God-given gifts to stand out in a crowd. Your ability to book meetings and establish trust far exceeds any passive strategy you could use. In a time of AI and robots, people are craving authentic human connection more than ever. Do your prospects and yourself a favor and reach out as your authentic self. And like everything I teach, don't take my word for it. Give it a try. And please, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear it. Number 2, active marketing. What the heck is active marketing? You might also call it hunting. It's simply not waiting around for an opportunity to reach out to you. It's the act of directly reaching out to potential prospects by phone, by direct email, or of course in person, and asking for what we want, a meeting. What we are trying to do with active marketing is establish a relationship ahead of the customer's needs. This contrasts starkly with passive marketing strategies like Google Ads, Instagram and Facebook ads, or even classic billboards. Those are all passive strategies that work better for brand awareness, but tend to not convert into direct sales on their own. The problem with passive strategies and why they tend to underperform your expectations is that they force you to compete against all other options that a customer has without an established relationship, trust, and rapport built. You are simply competing on price and perceived value. Getting ahead of that need with active marketing gives you a competitive advantage and is frankly more cost-effective over time when executed correctly. Number 3, consistency over time. The last piece of our puzzle is consistency over time. Albert Einstein once said, "Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does not pays it." This is actually one of the most powerful lessons that we can apply to business development. We can do everything right, but if we don't do it consistently and make it a habit, we cannot reap the rewards of compounding. Here's the deal. Becoming great at business development is not about natural born talent. It's not about luck, and it's not about passive ad spend. Anyone can become great at business development if they embody authentic human connection, active marketing, and strategy that they execute on weekly. By committing to a certain amount of active marketing each week and saying you will make your calls and emails, come hell or high water, and then sticking to it, your results will start compounding. People around you will say you're getting lucky, or they will say you have become an overnight success, but you will know better. Consistency over time will become your secret weapon. So if you like what you hear and you want to put authentic human connection and active marketing to work for you today, here are the steps that you can follow to start taking action and booking more meetings. Number 1, identify your ideal customer profile by title and industry. What positions at these companies would understand why your product or service is valuable? Number 2, search those titles on LinkedIn by location and industry. For example, search CEO and then filter by industry, construction, oil and gas, whatever. Then filter by state and country. Number 3, send up to 100 connection requests per week. Number 4, send personal introductions to each new connection. Let them know that you would absolutely love to meet them, and don't be afraid to handwrite these. Number 5, commit to making at least 10 direct reach outs per week via direct email or phone. Once again, authentic typed emails work best. Number 6, always ask for the meeting. Trust and rapport are built through connection. Number 7, 30-minute virtual introductions are all you need. Just book a Teams or Google Meets meeting. It is totally fine. You can still build trust through video. Number 8, hold yourself accountable. If you commit to 10 direct reach outs, do them no matter what, come hell or high water. Number 9, track your efforts. Track digital introductions, calls, emails, and of course, meetings. And number 10, give yourself grace, okay? Give yourself grace. Consistency over time is your secret weapon. Some weeks pay off, others, they seem slow. But if you are consistent over time, you stack the odds in your favor. Remember, business development is a long game. There is no easy button. If somebody tells you differently, they're simply lying, or they're trying to sell you a bag of rocks. Sometimes, maybe both. But if you commit to embracing authentic human connection, active marketing, and consistency over time, you will find success. Now, please share this episode with somebody who needs it. And of course, visit www.kellykennedyofficial.com to both join the Catalyst Club, or if you just want business development support, there's always something there for you. Until next time, you've been listening to the Business Development Podcast, and we will catch you on the flip side.
This has been the Business Development Podcast with Kelly Kennedy. Kelly has 15 years in sales and business development experience within the Alberta oil and gas industry and founded his own business development firm in 2020. His passion and his specialization is in customer relationship generation and business development. The show is brought to you by Capital Business Development, your business development specialists. For more, we invite you to the website at www.capitalbd.ca. See you next time on the Business Development Podcast.